Alright, why hello. I'm going to give you a garden tour because I feel like my yard is at the stage now where it's pretty much done. We're quite happy with it, so I think I'll just show you around. And I'm probably going to show you mostly my fruit trees because that's my thing at the moment. But my plan is to grow everything that I possibly can in such a small space. So I've got feijoa, I've got a strawberry guava tree, I've got a blackberry vine. So come over, and we've just done our patio and our pool area recently. So this is all quite new. Loving all my furniture and styling lately. I think I'm getting it down pat. We've got a lot of chili trees around. Luke's favourite obviously is chili, so I'll be showing you a lot of chili that I have sporadically planted around. Our passion fruit, it's actually beautiful. We got a lot of passion fruit off it last year. It's doing quite well. Our little seating area with my gorgeous little succulent bowl, it's doing quite well. Take you in my pool area. I've still got a little bit of plant growth that I want to happen and a few more succulents. I'm envisioning a beautiful thick forest wall of succulents to make it, a little bit of dimension. Our little seating area with a palm tree, and then loving our pool. We've got a step that runs along the whole way across, so the kids can jump in and out wherever they want, but they've always got somewhere that they can step on. So I actually found that quite handy. But love the colour as well, it's just so beautiful. So there's my, hopefully eventually that'll all fill in and look really nice. Palm trees. I've got rock up against the edge of that, another palm tree, and then looking back at the house. I've got a fig in a pot. I'm going to have a lot of the things that grow really big and out of hand, like figs and mango trees and stuff like that. I'm just going to keep them in pots so that it doesn't overtake most of my yard. I'm scared of things getting too big and out of hand. So the rest of my backyard. Peach tree. I've got thyme. I love to put a lot of herbs and stuff in the bottom of other pots. Chili, bird's eye chili one. This is Aaliyah's pet spider, which I don't let in the house. Ugh. It's crazy. I've got mango tree, which I had heaps of dill in here, but all of it's gone to seed. So I'm probably going to cut that off soon and regrow it somewhere else. But I use the dill in when I make pickles for my cucumbers. Blueberry. This has actually done really, really well with blueberries the season just gone. It's got succulents at the bottom. And my guava tree, which has done really, really well. Everything's getting a good amount of growth on it. A lot of it hasn't fruited, this year, or I think it takes a year or two to, get any decent sized fruit from it. These are my chickens. Hello. The others must be up in the tunnel. I've got a finger lime. I've got I don't even know what that one's called, but it's just beautiful. It gives me cottagey vibes. It's not a fruit tree or anything, but it's just to cover the chicken coop, to give some shade and also wind protection and stuff like that. I've got my weeping mulberry. It's done really well. I think I've finished There's a few here and there. Oh yeah, not too bad. There's a few in there, but that actually did really, really well. Ooh. I've got my orange tree, lemon tree, and a lime tree. Oranges only fruit once a year, like where lemons actually produce all year, which I never knew that. So I have the 2 years that I've lived here, I haven't had to buy any lemons, and the same with limes. I haven't had to buy any limes. These trees are giant and they just constantly produce, like it's just amazing. Like you can see, I've just got fruit absolutely everywhere, but I've just kept it away from, if you can see up there, it's not encroaching and growing over the fence, it's all just growing my way. And I've got a few herbs and succulents down the bottom. I love busy gardens. I like it to look very busy. I don't know, that's just what I like. My little Red Riding Hood that's growing up my wall. So I've just painted this as a feature wall, and we put a clothesline there because our clothesline used to be like the old school ones in the ground. I've got a grapevine. It's going to be purple. My plan is for it to grow up over the top and be arched, and then I've got my grapes growing down. Chamomile, it's just about to die off, but you harvest these, you dry them out, and that's how you get your chamomile tea. So I've got probably a quarter of a jar. My blood orange, which is got shallots at the bottom. Another mulberry tree. So this is just a normal standard dwarf mulberry tree. I did have purple basil growing at the bottom, but that's been eaten by something, which is fine. That is just Queen of the Night. I think it's, I've been given it as a cutting, so I'm not 100% sure what it is. My bay leaf tree, it's actually going really, really well. My other grapevine, this is probably going to be my favorite because it just looks like it would be stunning, like to grow black grapes. So imagine if I, put it on the wall and just had it growing out in big pops of black colour. Avocado tree just here. I do actually have another big one out the front, which I'll probably show you after. Cucumber, so I've got it finishing up at the moment, so I'm not getting, oh there it is, that many cucumbers off it at the moment, so I think it's on its last stages. And then obviously I've got my grapevine growing up that way as well, but as soon as it's summer finishes, I'll cut it right back again. And this just has popped up, which I'll just leave it because that's very cute. I've just got random stuff everywhere. I've got shallots, I've got kale, chives, kale, oregano. This is for your tea. It's a beautiful rose smell. I don't know, you dry it out and you put it in your tea. I've got more chili. I'm not 100% sure what type this is. I've got beans growing up everywhere. My pomegranate tree, which has got a lot of new growth on it this season. It's doing quite well. My another chili tree, which is just loaded with chilies. I don't know if you can see all of these. There we go, look at that, full. So that's quite good. Luke loves to make chili jam, chili sauce, so they all get used, and they're starting to turn red. Oh, there you go. Heaps of bright lights. I don't know exactly what they're called, but I just call them bright lights. But I love these. I always have ramen noodles, and I just cut them up in my ramen noodles. Yellow cherry guava, so that's full of fruits as well. Last year I probably got 4 off it, and now it's just absolutely loaded, so I'm going to get a lot off that. It's actually quite sweet. I can't really tell you what it tastes like. Thai basil, which is doing quite well. I've got a hibiscus here. My plan is for it to grow out and shade the area. More bright lights. I have some tomatoes, but that actually only gave me 2 tomatoes, so it didn't actually do as well as I wanted. More just plants and flowers for the bees. This is my peach tree. It's got a lot of peaches on it, so that'll be really, really nice when they're ready to pick. My nectarine tree, so this is a 2-way nectarine tree, so it's got one type this way and another type that way. This side already had 1 fruit on it, and I actually forget how sweet they are compared to the shops, because obviously the shops pick them before they're ripe and then they sweeten up. But if you let them sweeten up on the vine or the tree, they actually become way more sweeter. And actually, when I had my nectarine the other day, I just could not believe it. So I think it's my new favorite fruit, so I forgot how sweet it actually is. So I've got 1 here, and then that'll be ready soon, and hopefully I'll get a lot more next year. Raspberry in the pot, tomatoes, gooseberry, chili, and I've got a grapevine up the back. It's called a white muscat, so my plan is for it to grow up and be like a waterfall over there. I'll get some more plants in them pots and hopefully grow them down so it's a bit more shaded and bushy. A blackberry vine. It hasn't done that well, it's been a bit smashed by the heat. You can see my chicken tunnel. Just step on my paver. So it goes all the way up the end, so the chickens just have free reign without actually ruining my garden, and they can just come up and whatever grows through. Oh, there's Chimmy, look at that. Hi Chimmy. Yeah, sleeping in there, are you? So that's our little rabbit Chimmy. I always wonder where he hides during the day, because you don't see him till the sun goes down a little bit and it's cooled down. So that's his home just here. But obviously he has free reign around the yard, and he obviously eats a lot of stuff, but not enough to ruin my garden. Yeah, so that's where he hides out in the middle of the day. I'll take you around the front. Okay, so we've come out to the front yard. We've got another blueberry. I have a fennel that is absolutely massive and it's fallen down, so I'm just waiting for it to finish seeding, and then I'll cut it all back and harvest the seeds. But you can tell here they're starting to take shape and turn into fennel seeds. That's the flowers, and then I'll have heaps of fennel seeds and grow some more fennel. I've got an apple tree. You can see my apples on it. There's another apple tree. Oh, I can see a hole in that apple. Oh, that's a pain. Or maybe, obviously there's a big hole there, so I haven't netted it up properly. I've got bright lights, my parsley. A lot of this is all going to seed, so I'm just letting it do its thing, go to seed, harvest all the seeds, and then I just regrow it again somewhere else. Same with these bright lights. They're turning all into seed here. I'll keep them and plant them somewhere else. Another finger lime. So this one says it's a rare red fruit. And we've got some here on them. It's going to be very, very cute. Looking forward to that. I've got another chili under there, which is covered up by the fennel. I hope it's doing okay. Some natives. Now, unfortunately, I did weed and feed the lawn, and this tree is so big and so old that its roots are here, and it killed the tree. It was a big, beautiful red hibiscus. I don't know what I said before. Hibiscus. But yeah, so that's dead. So I'm going to cut that all back, rip out its roots, but I've planted 2 plum trees in its place. Plum tree there and a plum tree there. That will take a few years before they even want a fruit. another peach tree and some more natives, and then I've also got a pink lady apple tree, which is only very, very new, so it won't fruit either this year or next year. So that's my front. I'll take you to the other side, and this is the last little bit of my garden. So I've got an almond tree. Where are my little almonds? So that dries off, cracks open, and then inside is an almond, which is pretty cool. I've got in this pot here is another almond, because this one needs a pollinator and then this one is self-pollinating. So I went and bought one, and it only opened up a few days later than when these were all about to die, so that's why I only got a few almonds. Otherwise this was covered in flowers, and if this was bigger and had more flowers, they would have pollinated and gave me more almonds. So next year. I've got more chives here. I've got more sage. So this sage is 2 years old now, so it died back every winter and has shot back, so it's doing really, really well. Something just died. Parsley, doing really, really well. I've got more succulents. I've got my mandarin tree in here, so it's just going to stay in here. I just bought it in a tiny little pot and I transferred it into the grow bag, but it's got all its new little shoots on it too, so that'll do quite well for a while. This one is my big almond tree, so it's grafted. I did get flowers on it, but no fruit actually held, so we'll see how that goes. This is some more tomatoes, which this one seems to be doing better out the front. Where are you? More tomatoes. I've got another pot of chilies. Luke loves his chilies. Cannot express that enough. My frangipani tree. And I think that's mainly it. That's garlic chives. I did say that that was shallots, and then this is garlic chives. Rosemary. Just trying to think. Oh, on the other side of the chili tree is capsicums, which, look at that. Something ate that. Yeah, if I could rip it off. Look at that. I reckon that was a mouse or a possum. Can't believe that. I'll have to get that one off too. Tomato, spring onions. I just have stuff randomly growing everywhere. But yeah, hope you liked it. That was my little garden tour for you.